That is one big pile of shit.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, welcome. My name is Braden Timmons, and today, guys, we have come to this point in the review series. We are talking about Halloween Resurrection from 2002. Can you believe it? Can you believe we're on week 8 of this review series, man? I've had an absolute great time talking about Halloween with you guys every single week. So if you guys are new here, consider clicking that subscribe button and turning on notifications for all future videos. We talk about slashers, monsters, all that kind of good stuff in between. We have a podcast on this channel called Fear Freaks that is live every single Wednesday night. So if you guys subscribe, feel free to tune into that. We'd love to have you guys around. But today we're talking about Halloween Resurrection, my least favorite Halloween movie in the entire franchise. Halloween Resurrection follows Michael Myers continuing his murderous rampage in his hometown of Haddonfield when his childhood house is used for a live internet horror show. And that's pretty much the plot of Halloween Resurrection, guys. I mean, the plot is very basic. It's like literally a group of college students that get selected for this new upcoming entertainment platform called Dangertainment. It's supposed to be groundbreaking for the internet, and it's run by Freddie Harris, played by Busta Rhymes, and his girlfriend. And their objective is to make as much money as they can on this thing. And they're like, well, what better way to do this than put a group of college kids in the notorious murder house from Halloween 1978. So guys, I actually really thought about this movie, and I'm not going to sit here and I'm not just going to fucking throw hate at that movie. If I ever do a live watch along, I will definitely have some more commentary and talk about the idiocracy that goes on within this movie. But I am trying to approach this review just from a critical standpoint, and I want to talk a little bit about what I like and about what I dislike. But I really did try to find things that I like about this movie, guys. I really did. For example, this is not post-movie viewing thoughts, meaning that I actually took the time to think about it. I finished the movie last night. I was like, you know what? I could have gotten on last night and just gone on a fucking rampage, and that would have been it. But I was like, you know what? No, I want to sit down. I want to think about what I want to say. I even got up this morning, went on my morning run, and I was like, you know what? Okay, this is how I'm going to approach this review. So what can I say that's positive about Halloween Resurrection? Well, the positive stuff about Halloween Resurrection is I do think that this movie is way ahead of its time. I think that this movie, if it came out today, especially with how big the internet is and all these, influencers and all that, like if you took some of the biggest internet influencers and you put them in a situation like this to see how they would react and how they can investigate stuff, that might be actually kind of interesting. And if the atmosphere was good and if the script and the dialogue was good that they were given, it could be very interesting. I do think that this movie was very well ahead of its time, and I think that this movie could actually succeed today if it decided to have competent writers and good dialogue. So the concept of the movie is good. I will give it that. The mask in certain scenes is also very good. I think that some of the ways that it looks, like the way that it's lit in certain scenes, makes it look really good, makes it look more like classic Michael Myers. And while I hate the scene, the showdown with Busta Rhymes and Michael Myers, like when they are facing each other, not like in the face-off at the end, but when they are actually both dressed up as Michael Myers, the lighting on Myers' mask in that scene is absolutely great, and I very much applaud the lighting tech and the director of photography for making the mask actually look quite terrifying in that scene. And there's a couple other scenes throughout this movie where the mask actually, again, just looks really good. And then the last thing is I do really like Danny Lux's music. I think that the music in this movie is great. I think it's a good update. He really tried to stay more towards classic Halloween with some updates and everything, and I do very much enjoy his soundtrack. I actually do listen to his soundtrack from time to time, especially if I'm sitting down and writing horror. He's got some really great tracks on there that I like to sit down and listen to. But that really is about it when it comes down to positives, guys. The negatives of this movie, I'm going to talk about this right now. Laurie Strode dies in the first fucking 10 minutes of this movie after her victorious ending in Halloween H2O. I think that this was a big smack in the fucking face to the great ending of Halloween H2O. And if you guys obviously saw my review last week, you guys know that I absolutely love Halloween H2O. It's Halloween Resurrection that is honestly insane, and the concept that Michael Myers actually switched uniforms with somebody else is just so dumb, because when it comes down to it, you look at that paramedic and you saw what happened. That fucking van rolled down the hill and impaled this paramedic. He would have been dead on the spot. He wouldn't have been moving. I think anybody knows that. And yes, while I know that this is a fictional story, you want to write stuff to make the audience believe that this is actually feasible. And I'm sorry, but I do not believe that for a fucking second, that when it comes down to a van impaling somebody against a tree, a paramedic would be able to survive that. His body and bones would legitimately be crushed. The only person that can survive something like that is Michael Myers. It makes absolutely zero sense, and it is so fucking dumb. And then we get that opening with Laurie Strode. We see that she is in a mental institution now because she apparently killed the wrong guy. It's been 3 years. Michael Myers, she still believes, is coming after him. She is waiting for him, and it just happens to be HalloZ. So she looks out her bedroom window, and who does she see? Her infamous brother. And just this whole opening, man, is just so fucking ridiculous. Like, she has a little chase sequence with him, and then she sets a perfect trap for him, and then she says that she has to be sure that it's Michael because he touches his head and everything. It's fucking Michael Myers. He is there. Nobody else would be coming after you, Laurie. It's him, okay? Just fucking, it's getting me mad thinking about it. So then Michael Myers obviously tricks her. They both fucking fall over this edge, and then he stabs her in the back. She kisses him, falls, and ends up dying, and that is the end of Laurie Strode in this movie. She has no right to be on this poster. I don't even know why she's on the poster. Oh yeah, it was to trick the audience to make sure that they thought that Laurie Strode was actually going to be more of a part of this movie than she actually is. So yeah, guys, that is the first big negative of the movie. The next thing is the concept. Like I said, it was good. The concept of the movie is executed very, very poorly with awful dialogue, awful characters, literally not one likable character in this movie. The final girl, Sarah, she is so bland, and this is really nothing against her as a person or really her performance. I mean, I just really think that it's based on the directing and the screenplay that was given to these actors. I mean, they're all just so fucking bland and just not likable. Like, in a horror movie, you should actually care about the final girl and the main characters. Like, for when Michael Myers was coming after them, you should care. You should have white knuckles on if Michael Myers is actually going to get him. In this movie, I literally just want these characters to die. I just want to see them die. I want to see all of them die because I just don't give a shit about any of these characters. There is nothing that we are provided to really care about these characters. Freddie Harris is there for the money. Sarah is there, and she doesn't really want to be there. She's just more of like a quiet, reserved person, but we don't really ever get much backstory about her as a character. It's all just, once all these characters get into this house, it's just investigating and bullshitting around. There's not really a moment where we get to sit down with them and actually get to understand why they're there or why they're doing this or anything like that. Well, we know why Sarah's friend is doing it, and it's to be fucking famous, right? But there's just no backstory on these characters, and I think that you really need that. And I think that that's actually one thing that, Rob Zombie's Halloween does well, and even the new trilogy does well. I also can't believe that fucking Rick Rosenthal, the guy that directed Halloween 2, directed this movie. It does not feel the same, and you can tell that there were definitely different studio executives behind this film than there was when Halloween 2 was directed, because Rick Rosenthal, when he directed Halloween 2, he really tried to emulate what made Halloween 1978 so great, and he did it wonderfully. I thought it's a great continuation and feels very much like it could be the exact same movie from the same director. And I know that John Carpenter underwent reshoots. He actually directed some scenes during reshoots that they underwent to make that movie more violent. But this movie, this doesn't feel like a Halloween movie. Like, the atmosphere in the beginning of the movie actually isn't that bad, but as the movie progresses, the atmosphere just gets worse and worse and worse. And that just doesn't work for me. I think with a Halloween movie, you want to have some really, really good Halloween atmosphere. And I think that's one thing that the first 7 movies actually did really good at, is setting up and establishing the Halloween atmosphere. And this movie just couldn't get it. So it makes me wonder if, again, I know Rick Rosenthal was directing and he was directing with the script that he was given, but it makes me wonder if, again, the Weinsteins were really micromanaging this production, because this movie is fucking terrible. And honestly, if anything wasn't bad enough, then at the end of the movie, we get fucking Busta Rhymes karate chopping Michael Myers out of a fucking window. There is a full-on karate chopping motherfucker in this movie, and it's absolutely insane. I mean, the movie's insane, guys. And I know that a lot of people have really grown on it because of the insanity that this movie is. And it could be a lot of fun if you sit down and watch it with a group of friends and just laugh at the ridiculousness that is playing out in front of you. I will say that if you play this at a Halloween party, no, I'm not giving it my avid Halloween party review, but if you do play it at a Halloween party, it could be very, very fun for people just to sit down and have a good time with, you know, because everyone's drinking and it's all going to just be mindless fun. But if you actually sit down and you pay attention to the characters, the writing, the directing, just really that everything that this movie has to offer, it's not good at all. So again, you just root for fucking Michael Myers to kill all of these characters because they are just so unlikable. And I'm going to add one thing, saying that Brad Lorre is actually a pretty decent Michael Myers. You know, he's not the worst that I've seen. So with all that being said, I'm going to say that Halloween Resurrection is an ultimate nightmare, which is a D on my list. I just think, guys, that this movie, it is ahead of its time, and I just think that the execution is incredibly bad. So that's how I view Halloween Resurrection. I tried to go into this movie from more of a critical standpoint instead of just giving it a lot of shit, but nonetheless, guys, I do think that this is one of the worst movies in the entire Halloween franchise, if not the worst. I might hate one of them just a little bit more, but we will see when I do my ranking. So with all that being said, post comments down below. Let me know, what do you guys think of Halloween Resurrection? Do you guys love it? Do you guys hate it? Do you guys kind of find it somewhere in the middle? Whatever your guys' thoughts are, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you guys like this, don't forget to join me on my journey to 10,000 subscribers, and I will see you guys in my next video.